Weather Lab. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, the big heat on across Acadiana today. We have more of the same tomorrow. Temperatures topping out 98 this afternoon, beating the record of 97 set back in 1911. Tomorrow, 96, 97 degrees, 1 to 2 degrees cooler. You won't really notice the difference, however, but change is on the way. We're watching a disturbance in the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to be our next weather maker as we head into Wednesday night and Thursday, and we'll show you why coming up in just a bit. In fact, as we look at the water vapor imagery, we have this upper level low that's over here by Southern California. That is going to be moving eastward and is a progressive system for now, but as it moves across Texas and then the southeast, it's going to slow down. Meanwhile, we have our tropical disturbance down here in the Bay of Campeche, big ridge of high pressure that was dominating much of the southeast, allowing for that hot and dry weather going back to last week. Well, that's nudged to the south, so there's no place for this moisture to go but north. But the question is, will it be organized? Can't tell you that right now. We'll get to that nuts and bolts of that in just a bit. Today, though, a mostly sunny and hot day across the board. Temperatures in the mid-90s. We did see a few pop-up showers and thunder showers, mainly along and south of I-10, but they diminished nicely this evening. Just a few renegade showers offshore. So here we go. Open up the picture, the large picture here. You can see big storms erupting out across the dry line across Texas, and then our system out here down in the Bay of Campeche in the extreme southwestern Gulf of Mexico. This is a 24-hour loop, and it looked better about 12 hours ago, like, ooh, we have convection going near the center, and then things kind of falling apart. And the actual low pressure center is right about here. So we'll watch this convective area through the overnight hours tonight to see if we see some bursting. That could be a sign of some organization. So we got the low pressure system roughly right here, but it's elongated. It's kind of elongated like this. It may actually be closer to the Mexican coast. Here's Tampico right here. So it's just southeast of Tampico, drifting to the northwest at about 5. So it's getting a little bit closer to the coast. Here are the hurricane models. We haven't been getting regular runs of the hurricane models, but so this goes back to the initial models earlier today. But the National Hurricane Center gives us about a 60% chance of development next 48 hours. That means it could become a tropical depression, maybe a low-end tropical storm, but by all accounts, it looks like this thing is going to be curving right along the coastline from the Mexican to Texas coastal plain and then delivering locally heavy rainfall, we think, to the Louisiana and much of Acadiana. So here we go with the European model. It kind of picks it up as a tropical depression, maybe a weak tropical storm here, but the upper level low may be confusing the model because then it weakens the low pressure system, but it could also enhance some of the rainfall. So a lot of cards on the table, but we do know we're going to have strong southerly winds going into Thursday and into Friday. That's going to pile tides a couple of feet above normal, but we can't commit to a number, but I'm thinking 2 to 3, maybe 2 to 4 or 3 to 4. So we'll have to watch that. And then as we go down the road, more heavy rains across portions of the Arkansas River, the Mississippi River. So this is going to be a slow moving system. And then the southeast, which is parched, will get some rainfall as well. Good news, maybe if this does push off to the east like the long-range part of the Euro model indicates, drier air and northerly wind moving in. That means slightly cooler temperatures, but more importantly, by then, the Morganza will be open, so that will help evacuate some Mississippi and also Atchafalaya water into the Gulf of Mexico, which would help out the flood threat for sure. Here we go with the GFS model. The European model, I'm not even going to show you, so I think it's so far off, but 2 to 4, probably a good call. They're going to be isolated spots in yellow, pushing 4 to 8. It's tough to tell who's going to see that for now. So the Weather Prediction Center is pretty much coming out with their forecast, and we'll go with that. 2 to 4 locally, 3 to 5 maybe off to the east and back toward Houston perhaps, and then offshore Corpus Christi. That's maybe where the heaviest rain will be, but this is going to change, so stay with us through the rest of the week. As we look at the short-term model, nice and quiet through tomorrow morning. Another hot one, temperatures in the lower 90s by lunchtime. A few widely scattered showers, perhaps a thunder shower, but rain chance at about 10%, maybe 20% tomorrow, but that might be pushing it, and then it quiets down tomorrow evening. Looking at the longer range NAM model, this is one of our newer models as well. You can see the tropical moisture surging up through southeast Texas as we head into Wednesday morning, and then that mess starts moving our way come Wednesday night into Thursday. So warm and humid night ahead overall, 76 the low, few clouds out there, but it's a quiet night and calm winds. Another hot one tomorrow, heat index pushing up to 105, a few afternoon storms possible, 10, maybe 15% on your rain chances, very light south to southeast winds. Getting into Wednesday, plenty of cloud cover. That should hold us below 90, and then as we head into Thursday, we'll say the threat of heavy rains and elevated tides, but I can't give specific numbers quite yet, so we're going to have to watch this day very closely. Rain chances begin to tail off Friday, Saturday, and then going into Sunday, Monday, and especially into next week, it looks a little bit drier, more pleasant with the spillway opening now on Sunday, which I think is a blessing in disguise given that we're looking at elevated tides along the coast as we go into Thursday. Give that system a time to get out, and then we'll deal with the river.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Rob.